All right, Saadiq, so you are denied a plane ticket. You're not told why. You go through this redress process. Your mother is still ill. And then at a certain point you decide to try again. Why did you decide to try again?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that last part, please, Chris?
You decide to try again to buy a ticket to come home to visit your mother. What prompted you to give it another go?
Well, under the direction of CAIR, that needed to be done so that they could, I guess, get it out in the media that I was still trying. And, of course, I still needed to see my seriously ill mother.
Right.
So something had to be done.
And you were allowed to fly. You came home. You visited your mother. I understand that the FBI came and showed up at your mother's house before you had even landed. Is that correct?
Yes, as a matter of fact, they did. They wanted to see her medication since I guess they didn't believe the reason I was coming home was to see her. So they asked to see all of her meds. So
they showed up at your mother's house, your terminally ill mother's house, and asked to see her medication to prove to them that she was indeed ill.
That's correct.
You came, you visited your mother, and then decided after being with her and being able to see her that you were going to return to your family in Doha. Gadeir, you sent a letter, right, to the FBI. What happened at the airport when you showed up to fly back to Doha?
Well, I tried to check in, and the airline representative, he had notified me that I would not be able to, in fact, and he requested a policeman to come on the scene, and 3 of them showed up, which was very intimidating. And they basically told us that we would have to discuss it with a representative from TSA. And he in turn said that he had no idea why I was on the list, but I should just call the FBI and they would explain to me.
So you show up at the airport and you have a police escort out of there. You are given no explanation.
No explanation.
What happened when you, Gadeir, contact the FBI to get some explanation?
Well, so we sent a letter ahead of time prior to him flying to indicate that he would be flying, right. And we are yet to get an explanation as to why it is that Saadiq Long is on the no-fly list.
And we've tried it. I mean, the FBI won't comment about these cases. That's part of the standard operating procedure. They're not going to talk to us. They're not going to talk to the press. They say it's an ongoing case. You were then tailed by FBI agents after being in the airport?
No, I mean, when I first arrived back in November, that's when I was tailed, and that's when my mother's house and my sister's house they were placed under 24-hour surveillance. But this last time, last week or so, February the 6th, no, they haven't been following us.
Saadiq, as someone who served the United States in the United States Air Force for 10 years, as someone who's served the country, how do you feel about being placed in this state of suspicion by your government?
Well, there's obviously feelings of frustration, feelings of uncertainty, feelings of distress.
And what is your next plan now?
Well, I hope to be able to get on the plane and go back to Qatar in about a week or so. As you said, I do have a family there. I am the sole breadwinner, and I have a livelihood to earn. So I need to get back to work.
And as of now, still no indication from the government whether you'll be allowed to leave. No indication of confirmation about whether you're on the no-fly list, and no amount of actual official charges. Saadiq Long, U.S. Air Force veteran, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Chris.
What the no-fly list has to do with gun control after this.